Good afternoon to each and every one of you guys. For those, if this is your first time alive, my name is Apostle Ely. I'm the pastor and apostle of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. I want to say salutations to many of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, Adjays, Masons, Eastern Stars, those that are shamanism, those that deal in necromancy. I want to say hello to each and every one of you, my root workers, my conjurers, and my mystics. I want to say that this is the day of my power day. This is my power. As above, so below. We're talking about Jupiterian energy. That is the Zeus, king of the gods. That is the biggest planet in the in our particular solar system. So we appreciate each and every one of you guys understanding Sagittarian energy. As you guys are being notified that Apostle Ely is live, I want to share something with you on today that I feel that universally will help many of you guys, that especially that are in Christianity or have come out of Christianity. What's up there, Danielle Gregory, my Aquarius from Alabama? What's up there, Latadra? All right, that cousin. Oh, that's Taurus in the house. Then I got my baby Scorpio. Much love to each and every one of you guys. Excited to be here with y'all on my day of power. I had to do a bath cleanser before I came on to get myself together for the other part of this working. I want to say to each and every one of you guys that follow me that universal laws are applicable no matter what your particular ATR is, and it affects each and every one of us, whether we acknowledge it or not. I teach that in order for many people to understand how to navigate their personal energy in these spiritual streets. I want to talk to many of you guys about something that is very, very personal to me, very near and dear to me. Conjure, spirituality, magic is who I am and what I do. And I want to bring the respect and honor back to the ATRs in a way, especially in the Christian church, especially those that grew up in the Christian church believing in Jesus Christ. I want to address some things today that will help you move past some of the stumbling blocks if you so choose, and understanding that we are in a different era of time and that we need to move from that. When we're no longer in Egypt, we need to act as though that we're no longer in bondage. You understand? So I want to discuss something, and I want to say to family and friends that I am not going to out anybody when it comes to what I'm going to talk about today, but this needs to be said, and this needs to be expounded upon, because there are going to be so many of you guys coming along one day interested in being in hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi through your ancestry, and you need to understand that if you have been clothed with Christianity, there's a mindset that you're going to have to be able to operate effectively in this particular power. What's up there, Karen O'Brien, my Gemini? What's up, Lydia Medifun Oshun? What's up, love? I hope that we got some things corrected. Darling, I wanted to get in contact with you because I wanted to apologize. I don't know who muted you. I have no idea why. But we went through and hopefully that you don't have that anymore. I have absolutely no problem with you commenting or being a part of my live. So I do apologize. I don't know who did that to you, but I do. Since it's my live and it's my channel, I want to personally apologize to you openly, even though they did it in secret behind my back. But I want to apologize to you openly, so whoever did it knows that that was not my. I did not consent to that. All right, Kiara Cloud, what's up, my baby Pisces in the house, and to each and every one of you guys. Now, those that do not know, I had to use another account to comment. No, actually, it's not okay. If I didn't sanction it, this is my channel, this is my platform, and if I don't sanction, you have never been disrespectful on my channel. You have been supportive on my channel. You have shown me nothing but love, and so I don't know, because I did put a lot of moderators that now are competitors or are haters, and maybe one of them have did it. And I didn't know. I didn't realize that they still were moderators on my channel, so we got a lot of that corrected. So hopefully you will not have that as an issue anything further. So I don't think it's okay, because that's not something. If I sanction it, then I stand by what I do. I don't care who it is, but I did not sanction that, and neither is it necessary, because you're not that type of a person. So thank you for also being with us again. And Taurus is in the house. So one thing y'all gonna find out about me as a leader, I believe that an elder or a leader or somebody that's the head of something should take responsibility on whether they did it or not. I don't run from accountability whether I did something or not. I want people to feel comfortable in my settings, and those that I don't want in my settings, they already know. Okay? But this is going to be a place where people are here, and like I tell people, you don't even have to like me to be a part of my church, so you don't have to agree with me to be a part of my life. You just don't have to be disrespectful. Okay? So hopefully that is clear. I also want to say what I want to talk about today, and you'll find that this is so important. See how I'm going to approach this. Let me say this. These are the cards that I read from, so these Christian people don't start their shenanigans. The 72 Names of God, Technology of the Soul. I was going to do it on TikTok, but I don't think I'm necessarily going to make it on TikTok with this particular message. So I just, we're going to do Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. All right. I want to talk about this. Let me see how I'm going to set this up. And my subject is You Bring the Blood. To give you a little backstory, slavery was something that caused our people to practice their magic behind Christianity or Catholicism or any form of other European religion, okay? And the reason why is because of the fear of the practice of our magic. So therefore, many of our ancestors may have been Catholics, may have been Christians, may have been a Pentecostal, may have been Baptist, but they practice hoodoo. They practice voodoo. They practice Santeria. They practice Lakum. They practice the ATRs. Now, why is that important, Apostle Elam? I'm going to tell you why this is important. A lot of you guys are getting into the ATRs, not realizing that you bring your blood to the ATRs. Let me explain this. When you get initiated into voodoo, me, Haitian voodoo, 21 divisions, Lukumi, any of the ATRs, you bring your bloodline with you. I'm going to use myself as an example without talking about other people. My children, I am deeply ingrained into magic. My children cannot hide behind Christianity. My children cannot hide behind Wicca. My children cannot hide behind light magic, because I'm a chaos being. My blood is connected to very strong, powerful chaos spirits, primordial spirits. And the reason why I bring this up is because when your kids don't know what you practice, see, my children, I have 3 boys. All my children know what I do. They're very aware of it. They're not against it, but they are aware of it. And when your children get in trouble, and you are hiding in the church behind Christianity, and you really practice hoodoo, or you really practice necromancy, or you really practice conjure, or you really practice Santeria, whatever ATR, that Christianity is not going to help your children. And when they get into certain situations, circumstances, they don't know what to really call on to actually deliver them. I don't think it's fair that if you're going to practice that, and it's like being in the mafia, so to speak. You can't be that deep in the mafia and then want it to be okay, because other people can get hurt by being in a relationship with you, by being a friend to you, by being a baby mama to you, or even if you're gay, being your lover, because of the type of lifestyle you live. Okay, I want to talk to you and to encourage you in a sense that you don't necessarily have to tell your children your business as about how you practice your magic, but they need to be aware of what is going on and as the family secret, I run across in the church world a lot of people that hide behind the church. A lot of pastors. I'm not gonna call. Don't worry. Some of y'all them gifted. I know what y'all do. And one pastor, I know what y'all, and they mostly get upset at me because I'm better at it than them. But I'm not gonna call out any particular names. But I know how y'all get down. Your congregation may not know how you get down. Other people may not know how you get down, but I know how you get down. And because I'm openly about my practice, it puts me in a different perspective of what's going on. And what I mean by that is, when people are in need of help and of services, and you know that they cannot get it through the means of what you actually personify yourself in other words, you're clothing yourself in Christianity when you are a true voodooist. You believe in sorcery. You believe, and none of this is evil. This has nothing to do with evil. There's nothing. It has to do with the ability of you understanding that when you are practicing these arts, that you're bringing your bloodline with you, and they need to be aware. Just like if somebody was running for president of the United States, you can't do that in secret. Family need to know, because people gonna be coming at your family. My children, yes, they have protection on them, but they also are aware of how to protect themselves in their own spirituality, in their own divine right. And that, especially me as a parent, that I understand what's out here. So if somebody wants to try to do a love spell on them, or somebody tries to get them fired on the job, or somebody tries to put something down for them to get sick, my children understand enough about this practice, or know how to contact their father if it's above their head, to keep them in safety. This is a beautiful practice, but it is also a dangerous practice. And most of the people that practice the ATRs are ashamed of the ATRs. You cannot, listen, we're not living in a time that you have to be ashamed to be a practitioner of voodoo. You don't have to be ashamed to be a practitioner of hoodoo. You don't have to be ashamed to be a practitioner of Santeria Lacuna. And you can still be in the church. I am. These pastors know how I get down. Some of them invite me to their church, some of them not. Some of them, when they see me, they call me Apostle Ely. Some of them call me Pastor Ely. They still acknowledge my office. They know how I get down. You understand? Why is this important? Because you're teaching your congregation to denounce something you believe in, and then when they see other people outwardly practicing, then they call us demons, or they call us demonic, and that's not good. Because when you get in trouble, you are seeking the help of people like me. I had Christians say, go talk to Ely. He know that stuff. I said, what stuff do I know? Because I understand herbs. Because I understand the science of life. Because I understand energy and spirit and vibration and frequency. That I know how to conjure. That I know how to commune with the dead. What you mean stuff? This is divine. This is divine revelation. This is the mysteries of the universe. What you mean stuff? Huh? That's like somebody telling you your medical degree is stuff. That's like somebody telling you that your multi-million dollar business is stuff. Stuff? What's up, Mama Susan, Gemini in the house? A lot of y'all, and I'm not here to convince you to openly nothing. I'm not here. What I am here to convince you is that you don't want to train your children to disrespect the craft, knowing that you yourself practice these ATRs. Okay? I've had a lot of pastors' kids come for me, and I knew what their mother or their father was doing. But they didn't know that their father or their mother was dealing in this type of magic. Because one thing about me, if you get in a war with me, you're going to have to come on out the closet. If you get in a war with me spiritually, you're going to have to come out of the closet, because I'm going to put it to your ass. You understand? So therefore, it's only going to be so much. Either you're going to take these hits, or you're going to defend yourself. Either way, I'm going to win. You understand? But my point is, it is ignorance to be around somebody and you're benefiting from their magic, but you perceive what they do in a light that is not honorable. Okay? I need y'all to understand this. I have to be careful how I say this. What's up, Minister Mario, son of Ochosi Crown? A lot of people, unfortunately, on my day of power, get blitzed out here in these spiritual streets because you have them believing that you really believe in that Jesus Christ stuff. I call that stuff. When the truth is, your family is too drenched in magic. Y'all got hoodoo workers, y'all got root workers, y'all got necromancing people that y'all go to, and you got stuff planted around the house, planted around the church, and all of a sudden now your children do not understand what is going on in their life because you're not being honest about how you are holding things down. And how can we really walk in honor? Because there was a time we had to hide our practice. There was a time that being a Mambo, a Tata, a Hugon, a Mystic or Ajay or an Eastern Star or a Mason was considered demonic. But we're living in an era of light and truth now. We're living in a time that we don't have to deny our heritage, our melanin. We do not have to deny our connection with Mother Earth and Father Sky in order to appease other people of weaker magic. You understand? I'm not interested in trying to validate somebody's comfort level because they are threatened by the level of power and authority that I possess as a chaos being. That is not my problem. And I am not going to hide in the shadows behind pictures that I don't work with, behind spirits that I don't call, behind prayers that I honestly do not use or believe in. And the only reason why I still use the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth is because we as black people have given that name our ashe and power. So therefore that particular name has been given power by my ancestors. So therefore, yes, I'm going to utilize it because it carries our ancestral energy. Even though it was given to us to enslave us, but we have utilized it and to bring power into this life. So anything good enough for my ancestors is good enough for me. But I understand that where that ashe and that chi and that prana came from out of our ancestry of our African traditions. Okay? Why is that important? If you're going to work with me, I need you to be comfortable. I need you to be educated. I need you to know what you're bringing to the table. When you're sending your offerings, and one thing I do love about the people that support me on my platform, you guys are not ashamed of what I do. You're not ashamed about what you do. And that's great. But there's a lot of people in Christianity that keep saying they don't want nothing to do with voodoo, nothing to do with Santeria Lakumi, but they're constantly asking for the help of those said spirits. We no longer are in that era. It's time to be grown. It's time to be an adult. Just like who you sleep with is your business, who you pray to and who you practice with is your business. But it comes to a point where you cannot say that you're serving the Almighty God and the Divine One, and yet you're dishonoring or you are ashamed of Ochosi, you're ashamed of Oya, or you're ashamed of Zarabanda, or you're ashamed of Mama Chola, or Babalu Aye, or Bass, or Hathor. Christians, this message is for you. To those that practice the ATRs in secret, and then you get in your pulpit and you preach against the very powers, the very spirits, the very conjure that built your life. You need to stop. You need to stop getting in the public eye. That's like the man that sleep with men, and then when he get in front of his friend, he calling the very man that he sleep with a faggot. But just left his house, or just left his apartment, or just left the park with him, or just left the car with him. We're not doing that in 2023. We're not doing that. We are not demonizing the very source of our help. If we're going to tell people to honor and stop killing our children, stop looking over us for promotion, then we got to first start loving who we are and what we believe in. And we need to be proud of this. What's up, Minister Madam May? What's up, my Scorpio from Louisville, Kentucky? If Raphael healed you, fine. But if Babalu Aye healed you, or St. Lazarus healed you, give them credit. If St. Expedite brought that through, or Zarabanda brought that through, or Ezra Lee brought that through, or if Centella or Oya, whatever, African power. Let me tell y'all something. Even though we clown Prophetess Paula White, we clown her from calling on the spirits of Africa, but at least she did it in the open. That's more than I can say for many of you guys. At least she was on a public platform calling on our divine spirits, calling on our ancestors in the public. In the public. When you are hiding your African deities, you're hiding your African roots, you're hiding your African conjure. I don't. That's on my job. They know how I get that. They don't know what I do, but I'm saying they know I practice the ATR. Some of them come on my lives. Hey, they still show me love. They still show me support. Because let me tell y'all something. When you are authentically who you are, it is not about being validated. Either they're going to accept you or they're not. And that's cool either way. Because a lot of time when people get in trouble, they come to me and say, Sam, could you pray for me? Sometimes they don't, my job, they don't call me Apostle. They call me Sam. But they know what I use to help people. As long as they send me an offering and support, I don't care. They don't have to ever come to my church. But they're going to acknowledge that this is what I believe and it's going to be respected. You're not going to work with Apostle Ely as Nicodemus came to Yahshua by night. You're going to be able to be comfortable and show honor to, if I work with Oshun for you, if I work with Mama Chola for you, if I work with Aphrodite for you, you're going to respect these deities because you bringing your blood to that. And if your kids, your loved ones don't know you work with those entities, they can be out there disrespecting the very hand that's feeding them. Do you understand where I'm coming from? They, without knowledge or understanding, they don't even know that those are the spirits that brought healing to them. Those are the spirits that kept them out of jail or got them out of jail. Those are the spirits that mama, daddy went to get help for you. My kids are not going to go to a botanica and demonize what those people are doing because my kids know what their daddy does. A lot of y'all like to hide behind Christianity. And there was a time where that was important in order for survival. That was important. But now it's just mere shame. How can you want such great power of the divine mother, of the divine father, and yet you are ashamed of the tools or the sciences by which we practice? You make that make sense. If you're going to support me from a genuine. I'd rather you think I'm a demon or a devil. At least you being honest and upfront, and that you want to eat from this forbidden tree, then you to pretend you think that I'm a child of the Most High, or the child of Ola Damari, and that you believe that what I do is of God. We live in an era of Aquarius. We are trying to come out of the stupor. We're trying to come out of being asleep. We're trying to awaken. And a part of that awakening is understanding why our ancestors had to do what they had to do at that particular time. And when you are dealing with spirits and workings with spirit, then you need to be acknowledging. What's up, Natasha Foster? My Aquarius from North Carolina. Darling, you impressed me. I'm gonna make it available again for the nail ritual that I did. I think 2 nights ago, on my day of power. Minister Madam May said, respect me or exit respectfully and quietly. You will respect God and my spirit. Exactly. Like, let me tell y'all something. We go through a lot with these spirits and honoring those spirits. And for people to want me or any other person. They may not be as far along this journey as I am. But you don't have anything to be ashamed because we're not living in the era that they're burning witches. And y'all know I hate that term because I'm not no witch. Male witch either. Also, yes. Okay? Unveiling Ann. You glad you caught me? Yes, baby. I'm glad you caught me too. Like a cold. Pisces in the house. But this is the thing that when you are trying to figure out, Apostle Ely, why spirits move? Because I am proud to be a child of Oya. I am proud to be a child of Centella. I am proud of my heritage of voodoo and Haitian voodoo. I am proud of my heritage in the ATR. I am proud and I am honored. I am crowned in these practices, and when I get crowned in anything that the spirit seems fit for me to walk in, I do it with great pride. I do it with great honor and with dignity. I want y'all to understand, I am not ashamed of the gospel by which I preach and I teach. But I glorify Saint Expedite if I work with him. I glorify Saint Anthony if I work with him. If I'm working with Catholicism, if I'm working with Kabbalah, it don't matter. At the end of the day, whether I'm dealing with dark, whether I'm dealing with light, I'm dealing with energy, I'm dealing with the creation of the universe. And I want us as a people to start being proud of our practice. Just like they proud of what they do, even though they stole a lot of those concepts from our ATR, all that's good and that. But I need you as a people, as a people that benefit mostly than any other race on this planet from melanin, that you start being proud of whatever that particular ATR is. I am not concerned about what it is that you practice, but I want you to be proud and hold your head up high. Like the Bible says, my head be lifted up. Huh? You don't have to show your elekes, but that you are proud of what you wear. Huh? Just like you're proud of a flag, or you're proud of a color, or proud of a personal accomplishment. Same dignity. I want you all to know that it is important, it is necessary for us to start honoring. Like when I go to the cemetery, and let me tell y'all something, there was a time that I was ashamed. I still practice, but I was ashamed because of how the church treated me when it came to voodoo, Santeria. I'm a Sagittarius. I like to have a good time. I'm a lover of people. And so when people were mistreating me, and I'm like, I ain't even did. Like, if I do something to you, I get why you don't like me. You know what I'm saying? I can digest that. But when people were disliking me for things that I didn't even understand, I am planning to get an ancestor reading from you. For this reason, I am ready to honor my bloodline. All right, the unveiling end. That's what I'm talking about. And when you think about this, guys, when you have so much honor, then we won't sit by and allow our brothers and sisters to get raped, robbed, killed. You can't expect nobody to show more love to your melanin than you. You cannot expect, if you go around, I have a friend, I have a white friend, and me and him get into it at time to time. And I told him, I will come to your church when your pastor tell y'all that the people that they preaching about is black. When they can explain why Solomon said, I'm black, and his father was David, and he was the king of Israel. That means that if his father, the son was black, that means the daddy was black. Until y'all talking like that, because I'm not for to argue about insanity. Until you understand that the Egyptians were black African people, and we can at least come from a base of truth, I ain't interested. Because I'm not about debate or just for the sake of argument. If people trying to grow, trying to develop, I get all that. Hey, we all come from a place of some type of ignorance. I ain't always had this information. I've not always had this enlightenment. Okay? I had to grow too. So I get that. So I'm not the type of person out here saying that, oh, because you're not on my level that I can't. No, I can engage with you. I don't care if you just started out. I don't care if you've been indoctrinized and colonialized. If you seek the truth, we can get somewhere. Okay? It's just the truth. Natasha said facts. These folks in North Africa, they were and will always be black. Exactly. Now, why is what I'm talking about? Why do I want you to know that you bring your blood to the sacrifice? When I got initiated, when I do ceremonies, I bring my ancestors my children, my bloodline in those ceremonies. That's why when you do right by spirit, you don't just elevate yourself, you elevate your bloodline. When you do right as an elder, you don't just elevate yourself, you elevate your elate. When I go through the process of crowning, everybody that's attached to me gonna get elevated because they are part of that energy. Even my kid, I got a son that he's anywhere in Christianity, lost somewhere in one of them chapters, but he know that I am who I say I am. Okay, the reason why I say this is he's still going to be elevated by my crowning. That's how important this is. All of you that are gaining this knowledge, that wisdom, you're not just doing a service for yourself. You're doing a service for your bloodline. You're going to eventually be able to elevate your ancestors on higher frequencies by being around somebody like me. And then you're going to be learning stuff that your children are going to learn earlier than you did. So imagine how much growth you have incurred due to listening to me over this short period of time versus your child, your 3-year-old growing up with this knowledge. They're going to live in a world that they always knew this versus you had to come into the knowledge of this. So how much further they're going to be able to go in their spirituality than you were. That's not a bad thing, y'all. That's a great and awesome thing. And that's what I'm looking for in 2023. I am trying to bring along people that are already convinced of their spirituality, that are already secure. I want to say this to Auntie. She's on TikTok. She did such a beautiful shout out to me and the other practitioners on TikTok. And I did do a video. Y'all that follow me on TikTok, go on there. That's my last video I did today. But she went through a lot in the church where I listened to her testimonies. I'm always apologizing to a lot of y'all that I got abused, taken for granted in the church, because I still am in the church. And a part of me still feels that somebody has to acknowledge your pain, your disgust. Some of you guys have been in the church, you've been giving, serving, and you are learning more from me than you did being up in them churches 20, 30 years. That's sad. And so now I'm trying to do what God has called me to do in this era. And now with the support of many of you guys that are out here supporting my website, my crowning, you're helping me get in a position that I can help the masses, that I can help other spiritualists be comfortable in their practice and not allow other Christians to demonize, giving them the scriptures to not to convince the person, but to know that they they're doing something that's right and that's healthy and that's honorable in the eyesight of the Most High. Whether that Most High be divine feminine or masculine. Okay? That is so very, very important to me in 2023. Okay? I want to say to you guys that got graveyard work, those that are here that are going to get consultation, those that work with my incense or my products on my website, all of that stuff is to be elevated. Anything that is attached to me is for to be elevated. So if you want to know why I'm saying this, because I don't want you coming into this blind. Mama Sue said, yes, Apostle, so sad. Divine Silver, I've been following your principles and have been elevating my life. I love you. Praise after the good news I got. My storm will soon be over. Oh, thank you, Divine Sybil. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, and let me say this. To the men that want to practice hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, you must embrace Divine Mother. I don't care what you went through in a relationship. I don't care what kind of relationship that is damaged with your mother. In order to truly be powerful, revelatory, inspired, beautiful, protected, the Divine Mothers have to be honored. Do not take your natural relationships for whatever reason and dishonor the universe because of poor relationship or poor communication with females. Huh? I want to talk to y'all in a sense where you're understanding that has nothing to do with energy, frequency, and vibration. And as we embrace the masculine and the feminine energy and the orgone energy, and we start understanding the divine aspects of ourselves and how our cells, we basically like nuclear plants walking around here. And when we start coming together as a collective, without jealousy, without envy, and I'm going to tell you how it's going to happen. Because the moment you fall in love with yourself, you will see no need to compete with another. When you do the proper work to self and knowing that you're there to elevate your bloodline, your branch, your leaf, your stump, your trunk, your root, whatever it is, that you're going to pass the baton on to the next one in your bloodline, you'll stop being concerned about what he or she out there doing. If they don't want to elevate their ancestral line, that, hey, at the end of the day, that's their personal choice. They're either going to make it easier for their bloodline or they're going to make it harder for their bloodline. Huh? And when you drop, it's just like on a relay team. When you drop that baton, you don't just hurt your time. You hurt everybody else's time that ran before you. I'm going to say that again so you don't miss what I'm saying. When you as a grown man or woman decide to drop that baton, you don't only affect your timing, but you affect the timing of everybody else that ran that race and handed that baton off to each and every individual before it got to you. You're not just affecting you. You are connected to the past, the present, and the future at all times, certain men. At all times. Every decision you make is affecting somebody somewhere in your bloodline. Huh? The more aware you become, the more enlightened you become. Because you don't want to be enlightened and then your daughter be enlightened and then she marries somebody that's unenlightened. You don't want that. So the mindset has to change. I'm doing my part in 2023. I can't make nobody do nothing. I can't make nobody support. I can't make nobody. But what I can do is shed some truth to you, give you some reality to look at, and let you as a grown man or woman make up your mind what you want to do. Because I'm going to be me. I am very dogmatic. I am very militant when it comes down to spirituality because I know how dangerous it is when you don't have proper training and when you're not accountable. If you're going to do evil work, then own it. I'm never going to lie about that. Oh, Pastor, have you ever done? Absolutely. Not only will I do it today, I will do it tomorrow. A lot of you guys are not putting the monies in your spirituality that you need to, but you claim you want better. You have to invest. Listen, if you come from a family that spent tens of thousands in their spirituality and you run around here spending hundreds, you'll never touch. You're not even going to catch up with your ancestors, no less than taking them to the next level. I have spent tens of thousands. I'm 50 years. I spent tens of thousands of dollars in spirituality. And I have not lost 1 cent. You're not ready because you are more concerned about the natural world than the spiritual world. Not realize if you fix the spiritual world, then you will get anything you want in the natural world. Your spirits will take care of that. And at this point in your life, you should have figured that out. And at this point, do you want to be caught with your britches down like you got caught before when you were ignorant? All my lives are coming from a real place. I feel that just because I'm able to do something with my children, you may not be able to do with your children or your family. But I'm not going to have my children in the dark about my spirituality. Because going to Christianity ain't going to help them. Going to Wicca ain't going to help them. When you on the lighter side of Sears, it ain't going to help you. You're going to need real power because that's what I possess. And so to undo or to work with anything that I work with, you got to come on in the deep. Huh? I came from the deep, and anything that you want to work with is going to be in the deep. I don't do shallow work. That's why I take my time when I'm doing work for people. Because once I put this in motion, it's going to be what it is. What would it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Exactly. When you are out here and you're trying to understand spirituality, really honestly try to understand it. Stop running around here trying to impress. My family did not get great because of anything other than their spirituality. I am not who I am because I am Apostle Eli. I am who I am because of the spirituality behind me. I am not ashamed of absolutely nothing in my background. It ain't all good and it ain't all bad. I ain't ashamed of it. None of it. I ain't ashamed of none I did in these 50 years. And I'm going to try to do something more before I get out of here. Huh? If you come to my house, I got stuff all the front door, in the yard. I got stuff all over the place. You come to my house and you're uncomfortable. Glad to see you come and glad to see you go. This is what it is over here. Huh? I want to encourage y'all today. If you're going to be a part of these ceremonies, honor them. If I'm going to go to Ogun for you, in Ocha, if I'm going to go to, in Voodoo, go to Ogun Fare for you, if I'm going to go utilize any of these spirits for you, first of all, I got to make sure you're going to have respect. That's why I was leery about how many people I was going to do this nail ritual for. I told y'all, I said, you can't send nothing less than $50 if you want me to do it. Some of y'all sent $100. Some of y'all sent more than $100. I appreciate that. But because I want people that actually believe in what I do and honor the spirits that doing it, and then won't go to a church and get up and tell me, oh, I prayed to the Lord, when there's many lords. Oh, God did this, many gods. Won't you identify that came through Olodumare? Won't you identify that came through the Mighty and Zombie? Make sure you identify that came through Oshun. Make sure you identify that came through Mama Chola. Make sure that you identify that came through Saint Expedite. Make sure you understand that came through Babalu Aye. I want them to start being acknowledged in the Christian church. If you come to my church, I have Oya there. I have the Orishas there, but I have Ochosi in my church, and I have and I have Ogun there. And then once I get this stuff done, I'm gonna have all of the Orishas in my church on the walls. And I'm going to deal with the Loas. I'm gonna have everything separate because I have a big enough church where I can separate those particular practices because they're not the same. But I want y'all to understand, it is time to honor, because when we honor them, we honoring ourselves. When we acknowledge them, we're acknowledging ourselves. And I'm not ashamed. I'm not hiding my practice. Huh? I remember a pastor told me this, and I'm telling y'all something, the church world has not been kind to me. So I get it. I'm just a powerful mother sucker. You understand? So I get the job done. But I had a pastor tell me, if it's of God, you shouldn't have to hide it. They didn't say that to encourage me to come out of the broom closet, so to speak. They said that because they really felt that what I was doing was demonic, because I was working with a rattlesnake at the time. And when she said that to me, it registered in my mind, you goddamn right. I know who I'm serving, so I shouldn't. Because my background was always, because I'm a 70s baby. You know, what goes on in my house stays in my, when you grow up with that mentality, it ain't about that you really ashamed or something, but you just, this is the kind of life, the way they, you're a child, stay in a child's place, and you see and don't see, you hear and don't hear. That's how I grew up. So it was very easy for me to hide whatever I was doing because it was considered personal. It wasn't nobody else's business. And there are things that are never going to be anybody's business that I practice and that I get down with. You know what I'm saying? But there are things about my tradition that I am very proud of. There's things about who I am and what I'm connected to I'm very proud of. And I'm also proud of my platform about each and every one of you guys that come and are not ashamed of what I do. And guess what? I'm still not trying to force y'all into the light. Caroline, that's not my job. I just want you to know over here, there's a certain level of safety and understanding and clarity that I have. I'm going to say this, because out of respect for my family, I'm going to say this. When my grandmother was alive, I had a certain level of security. And I'm going to explain something to y'all. When she died, my mom was still living, my dad was still living, my uncles, auntie, all of those people were still there. But my level of access started to diminish. My access to them, people, places, and things. Because my grandmother was a Sagittarius. She was very inclusive. It matters who sits on the throne. If you think it don't matter who is crowned and who is initiated and they have the power or the influence or the knowledge, it matters. I'm not saying that I'm the only one, because I know I'm not. But when you find somebody that allows you to be a part of things, whether you are initiated or not, allows you to benefit off of certain ashay or not, that's hard to come by. Because ever since she been dead in 1990, it has never been the same. And I've not had many deaths since my grandmother passed. And my access to a lot of things where my life would be completely different, even not that I got a bad life, I ain't saying that, but I would be in, my church would have already been built and all that, like my crowning would have been done a long time ago. She would have paid for that herself. But when you don't feel the same way about people that other people feel, it matters. Every conjurer out here don't care if you get it. I honestly care. And even though sometimes I care too much, but I do want people to come into knowledge. I want people to come into understanding. I want you to be a part of something great so you can stop denying the power that actually can save you. That actually, I was even going to do a teaching for you guys, all of you that are worried about your kids with the law being with police officers. Do it. Either you can go to my website, order a law stay away candle, and do it for your children to protect your children from renegade cops. Law stay away ain't just for crooks. Stop looking at magic as that the only way that you can do a law stay away candle from something negative or living an illegal lifestyle. Sometimes you can do a law stay away candle so you can, your kids, do a conjure and get a play gun. Well, if you got an Ogun pot, get your real gun without the and work that to protect your children from firearms. Let's start utilizing our conjure other than trying to throw magic at each other. Huh? I wish my sisters would stop throwing. When I say my sisters, I'm talking about the Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, and Palo, Mystic, Ajay. I wish y'all stop throwing y'all conjure at each other. And how about some of these people that are affecting our lives? Huh? Won't you get down to some of these courthouses and sprinkle? Huh? Won't you get down to some of these state representatives and sprinkle? Huh? Some of these commissioners, sprinkle. And let's get some of this shiggity out of our way. Let's remove some of these blockages. And let's get down to, how about you drive by a couple banks? You get this side, I get that side, and sprinkle, so we can start getting some business loans fairly. That all of our tax money stop going to other people and start coming to us. Doing so. That's how we need to be using our conjure. And then we'll stop around here begging and talking about what somebody doing. We have to empower ourselves. And then other people will respect us. But if you continue to play fool and fight against who you are and deny who you are in order to appease other people, how can they possibly have respect for you? When they hear you as a melanated man or woman demonize your own magic, you're more interested in trying to be a blonde with blue eyes than you're interested in trying to be a black Madonna. I'm just like, if nobody else tell you the truth, I am so tired of black females talking about you black empowerment and you looking like a step down Barbie doll that you trying to be like Becky. Huh? You don't even respect your hair. Oh, these missing children. I know that's right. You around here talking about you can see so good and you don't miss nothing. What about that? Let's go dig some holes in this earth and start putting stuff down in this earth to stop all this foolishness. Huh? We start feeding Mother Nature and start feeding that ground, that our blood that done been spilled on these grounds start waking up and start standing up and start letting our ancestors know this is the new day and a new era. Huh? Hey, Woo! Thank you, Lord. Huh? What about that? Huh? When you think about why we do what we do, if you're going to support me, I am not interested in doing what Martin Luther, none of them did. I came here to do something different. I came here to awaken. I come here to elevate. And that's going to take time and money. And some of y'all, you still feel like spending money in clothes, shoes, hair, in an image more important than your spirituality. And until we break that and start investing in our spirituality, that's really going to bring us the harvest that we have a desire and walking in that abundance, sir and ma'am, they're going to continue to mock. But as for me and my house, as for me and my Elay, as for me and my Padrina and my Madrina, it's going to be different. Huh? As long as I got air breathing in and out my body, as long as God give me power, as long as Divine Mother continue to protect me and illuminate me, I am going to work the magic that I was born to do. Huh? And I am intended to be victorious. I want to encourage you, if you are looking for a church home, if you are looking for somebody that is not going to lie to you, that's going to tell you about your natural ass, that somebody is going to be straight up with you, that somebody is going to tell you what you got and what you don't have, if you are looking for somebody to give you real universal laws so you can be a grown man or woman and manifest something of excellence in your life and be a part of somebody that actually care, huh? And I can be mad with you and still gonna look out for you. I could be disappointed in you and still want to see the best for you, huh? You can get on my last nerve, but I still want you to make it because I see myself in you. And I hope whatever I'm doing on this platform, I hope you can see yourself in me. Melanated brothers and sisters, I hope you see your conjure in me. I hope you see what you have the potential of becoming as I evolve. And I hope you stop robbing yourself. You give everybody your resources for them to live their lifestyle. How about this time, start investing in yourself and making sure you got what you need to turn things around. And I'm done. I'm very answer, Apostle, you are on fire that this is indeed your day of power. Yes, I am so charged. I have so much work that I am conjuring, and I've been summoning spirits all day, and I'm harnessing their energy because I intend to get this crowning done. I intend to get this stuff done, and I intend to show, because some of y'all ain't gonna believe it until you. And you know what? It's so sad that you're gonna miss out because you're gonna allow Christianity. You're gonna allow the what our forefathers did in order to preserve the ATRs, hiding them behind Catholicism, hiding them behind Christianity, hiding them behind the Baptist Church in Hoodoo, Church of God in Christ. They did that to preserve. They didn't do that as a way of life. They had to do with that. Know when people doing what they got to do. And when you no longer have to do it like that, baby, we ain't got to do it like that no more. I was so disappointed. Me and Minister Mario went to New Orleans. When I got there to New Orleans, and I was going into those voodoo shops, and all I seen was the caucasity behind the counter. Everything in here looked like voodoo. What is you doing? We don't read cards in voodoo. People doing whatever they want to do and call it voodoo, call it hoodoo, call it conjure. But that's our fault. Because they know for $1 we'll sell out our religion. We'll sell out our practice. I am striving for the support of melanated people so we can have more people that got a botanica not being financed by somebody else. And so therefore that you can only go so far. I'm just trying to be nice about it. Because everybody that got a botanica is not being financed by themselves and their ancestry. They're being financed by them other people. and they are limited about what they can do. And that we trying to get freedom. And we have enough resource, we got enough buying power, that if we come together for real and stop being haters and start being congratulators and stop talking about, well, what about me, when my turn? I've never seen a tree in a rainstorm complain about the rain. Because when one part of that tree get some nurturement, that whole tree get it. The oil comes down, starts with the beard of Aaron, and it runs down. We are conscious. We are all connected. We're melanated people. I hope this encouraged you. If you want me to do a reading for you, I will do that. If you guys want me to burn incense for you guys, if you want to do that nail ritual, you would have to send a Cash App. Nothing less than $50, but put on there, nailed it. And I know that's you want me to do the ritual with the palm tree for you. I'm going to be doing on my day of power as well. I have healing incense, better business, high John, oil of gladness, triple threat, peace incense, love incense, roll opener, mental clarity, blockbuster money, guardian angel, ancestor, reversal, protection, stop gossip, and courtroom incense. Guys, I don't know, maybe somewhere there's a miscommunication. If you get a consultation with me, you have to pay, that's $150. You don't just talk to me when you feel like I communicate with some of my clientele because they have been very good to me and supportive of me, and they don't try to use Apostle Ely. But normally you have to get a session with me, which is paid for, because I think some of you guys are up under the delusion that you have assets that you don't really have. You can get that via PayPal, via Cash App, or hell, via Zelle if you want to. If you that close to me, Zelle a brother. But I want us to understand this. I have enough knowledge to know that my elevations are not just for me. It is for the masses. Okay? So, Minister Mario, are we all clear? I got about 3 minutes. Will I be coming on later? Absolutely. That is my plan. I should say it like that. I have some of you guys that already told me that you want to be able to get that done, and you have a certain date that you will have the money. And because, and let me say this, and this ain't just with me. If you treat your spiritualists good, if you get into certain things and they know you're a man or woman of your word, they're gonna look out for you. Okay? But some of y'all you ain't spent, you ain't served, you ain't hit enough likes to be out here asking people to do certain things for you. You got to earn that. You got to be a support where they know that you are about what they're doing, and you're not there just to use them. Okay, so understand that. Yes, I do. I'm a Sag. I'm very generous. But I'm not stupid. I do business, and I have Minister Mario look over some records and stuff. Don't try to get nothing out of me for free. Let me bless you. Don't take nothing from a Sag. It ain't gonna end well. Okay. Thank you so much. All right, guys. I will see you guys on the flip. God bless you.